You're live. You're live. What? We're live. Hi. Zadel's already here. What you doing, Zadel? What you working on today? You got me in the background. You got me talking to you. Let me know what your project is. What are you working on? It's not quite 4, so maybe give some people time to get into the chat. If you've clicked this on the playback, this was a live stream that I do every week. Right now we're doing them Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's East Coast of the United States. So if you missed this live, maybe you can catch us next time. But if you're coming in live, it's 4 o'clock. Hi, I'm Michelle from Unicorn Centaur. Welcome to my studio, my live stream, my weird little life. Trish is here. Hey, working on my tractor, but can't finish fixing it till later this week. Aw, that sucks when you've got when you have to are you waiting on a part or something, or waiting, when you have to wait to the next step. That always especially when I'm ready to go, it makes me, Let me get on my phone into the chat so I don't have to squint. Oh, you got yes, I'm following you on Instagram now. Let me, give me your, type in your handle. I don't know if you can do the @ if it'll let you. If not, it might be ooh, show this or not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Because, yeah, I haven't even done my shout outs yet. Look at that. What a weird little thumbnail it is today. They let me, when I click to go live and I do the little title beforehand, it does a countdown 3, 2, 1 to take a thumbnail picture. And so I'm always oh, there you go. It let you do it. Jungle Zadel. Y'all go follow my favorite centaur, Jungle Zadel, and see all his adventures. If you're new to the chat, if you clicked on this and you're new, hi. I am an extra equestrian. I'm a nerd. I'm an artist. I'm a creative person. And this is where I am when I'm not hanging out with my horses. For this week, this is a sort of rest and regroup week. Halloween for us is a really big time. Everybody wants to do horse costumes. And so we always have a big influx of people into the Extra Equestrians group at this time. And we always have a big influx of people to the channel at this time. And some stick around all year round. Some people are just here for the Halloween costumes, but whatever. So Halloween is a super big time. So always these first week or two in November, I always feel a big... I need a second to breathe before I can focus on everything that needs to be done for the end of the year. Because I don't know about you. Feel free to let me know what your holidays are that you celebrate, so I know where we're going with this. My family's not very religious, but my husband is Jewish and I was raised Christian. So we celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas at our house. And we also celebrate a pagan winter solstice on the solstice. So we do almost all the holidays. So when I say happy holidays, I really mean all the holidays because we do a lot of those. So I'm kind of rambling here, aren't I? Let me do my shout outs before I get started. My wonderful, wonderful channel members who are literally helping keep this channel afloat right now. I thank you guys so much. My beautiful theater friends, Kimmy and Sheila, whom I love so, so much. Thank you for your support. And of course, my friend Genevieve, who is the safety lady at Savannah Bee. I'm just going to write, I don't know how to link her channel. She has a YouTube channel. It's a small channel, so she would appreciate the support. Savannah B. I don't know how to link her channel right now, but I will do that for the next one. Genevieve, if you're watching, I love you, girl. Who else do I need to shout out? Oh, Jen E. If you scroll up to the top, you can see Blue Raven Farms, which is, that's my friends Kelly and Lana, and you can see all of their adventures on their Instagram and their Facebook page. And then my friend Jen, Simply Jen 96, if you scroll to the top of the chat, you can see her Instagram as well. I always encourage all of everybody who is involved in the chats and the groups to follow each other on Instagram and, on our social media platforms so we can see what we're all doing with each other. I love when I go on Instagram, that's literally all I see are horse pictures as I scroll through. I'm living life right. So yes. Those are my channel shout outs. Also, Nikki should be here in the chat at some point if she's not here already. My girl, Nikki. Oh, Granius is here. Hello. My girl Nikki, shout out to her. Nikki, I need to get in touch with you if you're not here in the chat. If you want me to give you like your Instagram a shout out here at this point, my beautiful queen. And make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. Oh yes, our wonderful moderator who shows up in the chat with the blue wrench, Becca, my wonderful Becca. Becca has like a baby son named Bastion. Y'all know my horse Artax is named for the horse in Never Ending Story. Well, her horse Sebastian, oh my God, her little baby child is named Bastion. And like right after he was born, when he was just a little teeny little larva, she came to visit and we took pictures of him with Artax. So it was like Bastion and Artax. It was so adorable. Anyway, thank you to my channel members. If you want to be a channel member, I still have stickers to give out. I've got my Unicorn and Centaur stickers. For anyone who wants to be a channel member, you get a shout out in the live stream. You get all of my love. You to know that you're keeping my YouTube channel afloat. And if you're a Unicorn member, which is like the higher member, you also get early access to my videos and an occasional drop of like blooper reels and stuff like that. Like, you know, when I'm shooting video and I cuss or Artax poops or whatever, I'll put those in a video and drop those in for my patrons and my Unicorn members. So you can click the join button, get yourself a sticker and join the crew. You also get like cool, you get your name in green in the chat. Anyway, it's kind of fun. I'm having fun with the members. The community tab is where you get all of the member stuff. So like the community tab looks all different if you're a member, because there's like posts that members only post. But all the regular content is free. Hang on. All right. Today, y'all, I don't know if you know this, but it's been crazy. I'm so scattered. Hang on, let me get a drink. Today I'm drinking like this Gatorade knockoff. So this is like a lemon lime with electrolytes. I need to gather my thoughts. I've been stressed. I've gained weight. I've been eating my feelings. I have to stop. So with Halloween, that's usually my busiest time, right? Here I am taking a breath and we're about to do some holiday stuff. So while I'm taking a breather, I'm not working on any holiday stuff today. This is what I'm doing. I have this sparkly purple yarn and I picked it because it's pretty. And I am going to get myself some knitting needles. I think for that size yarn, maybe I want to try a 6. And I'm just going to knit, like just garter stitch back and forth, like make myself a little scarf. Because that is one of the things I do when I am stressed out is I just knit. Not anything in particular because I can't focus on a pattern when I have anxiety, but I can do the garter stitch over and over and over again. And that is like a self-soothing activity. Why is that a 5 and not a 6? I thought I had these like relatively close to each other. I'm feeling mad about this. Hang on while I find, if I find 2 5s before I find 2 6s, then that's what we're going with. Hang on. And why are these numbers so small? Y'all, I'm getting old. Like I can't read this. That's a 5 and that's a 5. Fine. We're knitting with 5s. Gonna make me crazy. So I'm just going to, hang on. I think somebody chatted. Hang on. Taylor's here. Hey. I changed my name on Instagram, but I don't know yet. Let me get that written down so I can write. I'm going to start dropping everybody's, all of the Centaur members. I'm going to drop all of your handles in the beginning part of the chat so that people can scroll up and just like, you know, copy, paste, click, whatever. Have it on my TV while I make an iced coffee. Aw. Art supplies are never organized. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so just a small scarf. So I'm going to do a little cast on. This color is so pretty, and it looks really pretty on camera, too. Like, that is just a vibrant purple. I'm in love with myself. I want eyeshadow this color. I've been in love with this color eyeshadow. I've been wearing it pretty much constantly. The lavender shade, it reminds me of a lavender eyeshadow I had in the 90s that I wore constantly. Just like the entire eyelid, lavender with black eyeliner. It's such a 90s look. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to cast on some stitches. So what I wanted to chat about today was while we're taking a breather, while we're taking a breath, how are you? Are you okay? What are your plans for the holidays with your horses? Like, do you have a photo shoot planned? are you doing like a Christmas card? So, you may have to get a Christmas photo shoot together very quickly. Are you doing any Christmas themed shows that you're going to need to make something for? Are you poor and broke this year and you need DIY ideas for making gifts for people in your family? Not necessarily equestrian, but because like last year, I don't know, for those of y'all who were here for last year's holiday season, we did in the live streams in November and December, we did things that we were making either as gifts for horses or gifts for equestrians or gifts for people in our lives. Does that make sense? We also made tree ornaments. I kind of want to do that again, but not the same ones we did last year. Last year we did yarn ornaments. I need to find like a unicorn Christmas ornament, a fairly easy one and cheap one. Like not something that you have to go buy 100 things for and requires a kiln or something. Like, come on. All right, hang on. I'm gonna cast on a few more stitches. How many do I have? I like to do this with an odd number of stitches. I'm a little superstitious about it. Is that weird? Who does that? Who knits or crochets and gets superstitious about the number of stitches they have on their needle? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, no, I need one more. We're going to go with 19 stitches. Okay. I work retail, so this is stress time. Need to find my creative spark and de-stress. You know what? That might be a fun thing is to do, I don't know. I mean, I don't want live streams to be complicated. Simple live streams, that might be a good focus for this year, especially after everything everybody's been through in 2020, is to do the rest of the November and December live streams. Like, I don't have a whole lot on the schedule. I had some ideas, but maybe if we just keep it simple and inexpensive so that this time in the live stream is a time to just like, let's have a cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows and just do something soothing. And maybe like, it can be drawing or painting, something satisfying, like some sort of painting technique that you get to like smear or, y'all help me out. Hang on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like something that if we do it, it's not a big pain in the butt to get put together and do it. And it feels good. It's fun while we're doing it. That's what I'm looking for. Brittany's here. Hey. And Persephone's here. Hello, hello. Would love to see some DIY ideas. Need something for my trainer. Need more cake rec streams. I do. That's a great idea. A trainer gift. Like, we need to think of I'm going to look around too. All of us in on this. Looking for the perfect trainer gift. Something easy we can make, like crocheting a coffee jacket, like a travel coffee jacket. That's a good idea. We could put a horse or unicorn. Wait, I have an idea. Yes. Yeah. Where's my things? Okay. Excuse me. That'll be easy, and those crochet up quick because that's just like it's like a little cuff. But then I've got these. That's a button. I was just thinking like that could be on the little coffee thing, like you knit the little coffee holder and then put those on it. I finally found a use for those. I bought them like, you know how you do. You're at Joann Fabric. You've got everything on your list. But then you're walking towards the front and you go, what is that? As you walk by, wait, oh my God, wait, no, what was that I needed in my life? And then you go back and you end up buying a packet of unicorn buttons that can't actually be used as buttons. Or maybe it's just me. Making me laugh while I work with boiling water. You better be careful. I had so many plans with Finn, but now I need to send him back to his last owner as he was misrepresented in his sale. Oh, can't afford the maintenance he needs. That is so hard. I am so sorry you're dealing with that. I am so big on truth in advertising. This is, you can't just put a horse on someone and hope it's going to be okay. It's a horse. It is an enormous live animal. You can't just be like, yeah, sure, he'll be fine. I'm so sorry. The cake wreck. I would love y'all. I would gain so much weight if I just like baked a cake every week on my live stream. If we just baked different things on the live stream every week, I would be huge. This is why no. Okay, let me write that down, or I will forget it. Hang on this piece of paper. Coffee mug sleeve. I don't even know what you call this, but I'll figure it out. Hang on. Coffee mug sleeve, crochet, trainer, gift. Y'all, I bet we could also figure out how to make like a different version of that. Like it's if people who don't want to crochet, like maybe we could figure out how to make it out of fleece. Oh, I have pieces of fleece. Oh, hang on, I have more things to write down. Crochet for trainer or fleece. Like see if you can make one out of fleece for people who maybe are like, but what if I can't crochet? Trainer gifts. That's a great one. What else could we do for trainer gifts? I mean, besides just buying them a bottle of Fireball. Anyway, also fellow equestrians, I love thinking about little DIY things that we can do for our fellow equestrians, the others at our barn. You know, like when you want to bring a bag of whatever. I wonder if we could come up with like unicorn cookies or unicorn treats of some kind that we can make, like holiday Santa cookies one day. We can get in my kitchen like we've done before, and we can make unicorn cookies. And that's like your, treat for everyone else at your barn or your class at school or, your work office or whatever. We got to find those. Have y'all seen those pooping unicorn cookies? Please tell me y'all have seen those. I know some of y'all who are in the Extra Questions group have seen them. There is a unicorn cookie cutter shape that's like a side view of a unicorn, full view with the tail and the legs and everything, all spread, everything. So you make, it's sugar cookie dough, and you make like 5 different balls, and they're different colors. You color one ball of dough yellow, one ball of dough purple, one ball of dough pink, one teal, one, I don't know, white, I don't know, or maybe just 4 colors. But you do like the unicorn rainbow colors. And then you sort of mix the bits of dough all together and roll it out so it makes like a kaleidoscope-y rainbow thing. Do your cutout unicorn cookies. But then you put them together with frosting, and you put these little sprinkles in the middle, so that, and leave under the tail, you leave open so that you can shake them and like little stars or whatever poop out of them. I've seen the video of them being made, and it looks really complicated, but also I kind of want to do it. I might have to do that like for a December video, like make Christmas unicorn cookies or something. Have them poop little Christmas trees or something. I need to get some sort of Christmas sprinkles. Unicorns that poop Christmas sprinkles. I'm on this, you guys. Hang on. There's so many good ideas coming out of today. I feel y'all's creative energy. Hang on. Cookies. Christmas cookies. Christmas cookies. Unicorn poop. I'm definitely going to know what that is later. Sometimes I make notes to myself, and then later on I'm like, what was I? Baby rabbit face? Like, what even is that? Or like, anyway. Trick to baking cakes and other sweets is then you give it away and make your friends fat. I can't give it away. I end up eating the whole thing. I'm bad. Like sugar. It's my thing. Glad she seems happy to be getting back. Aw, oh, I hate it. You made the bond too. This is what I'm saying. Madeline. Aw, here's hoping that the next one that you find your perfect baby, your forever horse. I know what a search that is. I'm trying to think of a name for my Instagram, but I had nothing. I just like Jungle Zadel, unless, I don't know. Do you want a centaur pun? Maybe we can make you a centaur pun. Like a fairy or centaur. Centaur, I don't know. Let's think about it. Crochet hand warmers, the fingerless glove type. I love those, and those are easy. We may have to do that. Let's try fingerless gloves. Fingerless gloves. I need a drink. Excuse me, everyone. I need to hydrate. This has electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Okay, let me get back to my knitting. All right. So there's a trainer gift. Now, as for what we can do for our creative time, painting is kind of messy, but I kind of am picturing some sort of I've watched a couple of like videos with where they do these painting techniques where they just put like different color dots of paint on a canvas and then like, you know, use a knife or whatever, or a, you know, palette knife to smear it and then do something else and then like pat it down. And when you're done, it's like this beautiful rainbow forest. And you're like, what? And they make it look so easy. I don't know if it is that easy or if it just looks that easy. So I might have to try it. And of course, maybe we should just have one crochet and cocoa session like in December when we're all about to lose our minds. Maybe like right in the middle of all the holidays. I haven't even looked at when Hanukkah is this year. Oh my God. I can't get caught sleeping on this, y'all. That's like 8 days of presents to buy. I feel like this year we need to get a real menorah. We have like this little teeny tiny mini menorah that we got a couple of years ago, but I feel like it's time for us to upgrade. Okay. So a painting thing, crocheting and knitting is fairly soothing. So there's another one, maybe just cocoa and crochet. Let's just hang out and talk about whatever's on my mind. Maybe we could do that one like on or near Festivus and then have like the airing of grievances. We'll do the airing of grievances while we crochet and sip our cocoa. I can't get over how pretty this purple yarn is. I might actually just make the entire scarf and keep it. Or maybe it'll be a birthday present for somebody or Christmas present for somebody. Even those scarves with this little, see how there's the metallic thread that goes through this? Sometimes that can be itchy. Like I really love scarves and hats made with that because of course, obviously if it's glittery and shiny and pretty, please can I have some? But then I find like I've made myself some with this kind of yarn and they can tend to be itchy. Sometimes being pretty is itchy. I don't like it. I might have to die mad about it though. Okay. So those are some pretty good ideas so far. Listen to me mining my audience for ideas for my channel. Hey, you guys, can you come up with my content for me? No, but seriously though, if you guys are in the chats, if you guys are watching my videos, you are the ones I'm making videos and doing the live streams for. So I do want to do what you guys want to do. That's kind of why we're here. Or you can look at it as content farming. Is it content farming? Crowdsourcing? We'll say I'm crowdsourcing. How are y'all, by the way? It has been crazy. I know we went nuts with our Halloween costumes this year. And then I do not want to have a political discussion in here. I do not. But I feel like it would be disingenuous not to mention the huge election we just had in our country and how it has stressed every single one of us out. I know we are all stressed. I don't want to talk about the details of all of our individual stress over the last week. All I want y'all to know is that over the last 8 days, I have gained 7 pounds. I have been stress eating. Love me, please. So like, again, no judgments, no whatever, but that's all I want to say. So I just want to know, is everybody okay? Are we all breathing? Are we all staying hydrated? We're going to take a break from the Christmas ideas to give my internet mom speech to all y'all. Are you getting enough sleep? Because I know I've had trouble doing that in the last couple of days. I've gotten so hyped up that the other day I couldn't get to bed till 1 o'clock in the morning. Bob Ross, I can't follow him, but watching him is so relaxing. Yes, I love it. Well, maybe even if I just like do the painting and I can set it up, I can set up the camera where you guys can really watch like right over my shoulder and see the process. Maybe it'll be a soothing live stream to watch. I don't know. Should I put coffee liqueur into my iced coffee? That's a yes from me, good sir. Groundhog, hey, how are you? I am fine. How are you doing? We are hanging out here and discussing what we want to make for our horses for Christmas and our trainers. And just how we want to handle our holiday season, the rest of the year, so to speak. The rest of 2020. This year has sort of beaten everybody all around, with everything that has gone on all over the world. So I really want to do my best here during our live streams to make this a little bit of an escape. Let's come here to relax for at least 1 hour every week. Like, carve out that little bit of time with me, because honestly, when I'm here doing this stuff live, no matter what we're talking about, I'm not stressing about it. I'm not anxious. I'm not having a panic attack right now. I am knitting. Look how pretty it's knitting up. I want to at least, what time is it? 4:25. Let me get some inches on this. So if you do head into the kitchen, horse treats are always good. Low sugar ones even better. You know what? I'm on my Fitness Pal, the food, food diary, online food diary. And they have a calorie calculator. Like, you put in a recipe with amounts and serving sizes, and it will tell you like the nutritional breakdown of it. And when I make horse treats, they're pretty much flax meal, rolled oats, molasses, and what else? I had something else, didn't I? Or is it just that? Now I have to look. I thought it was 4 ingredients. I know sometimes I'll put applesauce in them, or pumpkin. I have a video where I made pumpkin spice treats for my horses. But we should do that. But yeah, you can make it with just like mix. Like, how much molasses do you have to mix to make it into a paste? And is there something else you can mix in there that has lower sugar? I don't know. Because you don't need much molasses to make the horses go crazy for it. I don't want to put any artificial sugars into it. But I wonder if applesauce is lower in sugar. Yeah, you know what? I bet applesauce would be better. Let's do it one day. Let's get in the kitchen and let's do that for one of our live streams. Maybe like in the beginning of December, and we can do horse treats, and we'll get in the kitchen and we'll make like a couple different kinds. And we can also talk about like what horses can and can't eat. Like, what can you not put in your horse treats, and what things are good to put in your horse treats. I mean, because horse treats, basically, they don't have to have an amazing crumb and a wonderful mouth feel. Like, they're just going to be crunched up and, eaten in a second. And the horses aren't as much connoisseurs as we are. So it's just oats and, if you just mix oats and molasses together, you can do it. A little bit of flax meal to like make it into a little paste and bake it until it's hard enough. It's pretty easy. You don't need a bunch of ingredients. My ice cubes are already melted. It has not gotten cold here, by the way. We had a cold snap for like a week, and now it's like 80 degrees. So, not feeling the best, but I'm doing all right. Oh, well, I'm glad. I wish you were the best, but you do what you got to do. Gotten into watching horses getting their nails clipped, mud chipped away. Biscotti can be no to low sugar. Yeah. I love the warm weather too. Like, I'm not really complaining. This time of year, though, I do start to feel sorry for the horses because they're getting their winter coats and they're getting a little bit fluffy, which is good because we have some cold nights. But there are some days where it can get up to 80 degrees, and I just can't. They're like wearing little fuzzy coats out there. Bless them. Hey, Alyssa, the most beautiful, magnificent Michelle. You just want variety. Yes, I do. How are you doing, Miss Ladybird? It is good to see you. This is what I'm doing today. This is nothing special. This is just stress knitting. Hey, I'm just knitting. I think these 5s are too small for this. It's knitting up a little bit tighter than I want it to, and it annoys me. I'm feeling a little bit annoyed. Ellis, we were talking about like what we're going to do for the for the up and coming live streams, because I just want to know what everybody needs. So what our needs are, what our needs are, we need trainer gifts. So one of the things we came up with was the little cozies that you could put on a coffee cup, either a travel mug or like a regular Starbucks mug, and then putting a little unicorn button on it. So like crocheting or making out a fleece for the people who don't crochet. So I think that's going to be one of our upcoming ones, is like, is this the perfect trainer gift for the holidays? We're going to get stressed out. So we're going to have one where we just do something soothing, like either painting or crocheting or something, and have cocoa and just like hang out and chat and tell each other we're pretty and tell each other that, you know, that we're the best. Remind ourselves that we're doing great. I will gas y'all up. Just like, give me the chance. Make cozies for trees. How to join the Gorilla Knitters. You know what? Knitting a horse cozy. There was somebody, did you see? I can't finish the sentence. Last year in the Extra Equestrians group, somebody had made matching sweaters, Christmas sweaters for herself and her horse. Now, she had a knitting machine, because at first I was like, are you hand knitting that? Ma'am. Because this was like, it had one of those intricate patterns in it, like those Northern European fuzzy sweaters, you know? So it had like the whole Christmas pattern knit into it. And hers and the horse's they were cardigan sweaters, and they were exactly identical, and they were amazing looking. And I was like, that had to have taken an entire year to knit that. And then she said she had a knitting machine, and I was like, oh, okay. But like, I was like crying. It was so amazing thinking of knitting that from hand, like one stitch at a time for this giant horse, changing yarn every few stitches. Like, I would die. But I do want to make some more matching hats. I've got some white horse and human hats that I need to jazz up and put in my Etsy store for Christmas. I'm going to make matching unicorn hats. So you and your horse can be matching unicorns, but I still have to finish those up. This kind of yarn is going to be like the main for those. So the forelock, because it's so pretty. So that's a thing. I don't know if that's going to be a live stream though. That's just going to be a new thing that happens. I just have to find time to make this happen. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make stuff for my Etsy store, but I am behind on projects that one of my patrons has commissioned me to do. I am behind on unicorn horns that I told everybody that I was going to have done before Halloween. I am behind on pretty much every creative project that I've set for myself. I never finished the quarter sheet. I never finished the little armor pieces that I started. Just, it's nothing but projects. This is one reason why today's live stream, I'm like, I just want to breathe. I just want to do some stress knitting, and we'll talk about what's coming up. We'll talk about what we need to get done, but I'm not going to panic about having, yeah, this is definitely too tight. I want that 6. I'm annoyed with how tightly this is knit. That's not sparking joy in me. Y'all are going to have to give me a second to find my number 6 needle. So excited for Christmas. I could care less about presents now that I'm older and buy my own stuff, but I live for the Christmas movies. Cute. I am not that big of a Christmas fan. I mean, the whole idea of world peace and joy and love and harmony and giving gifts to your loved ones and all of that kind of stuff is great. But like this time of year, personally, the time between Halloween and the winter solstice, all the days are getting shorter and shorter. The nights are getting longer and longer. Everything's getting colder and colder. And my seasonal depression is not good. So I always struggle at this time of year. And I think that overshadows a lot of my Christmas. It's like I feel a huge relief after all of the holidays are over, like especially after the solstice and then after Christmas, and finally like the last shoe drops with New Year's. And then I can be like, buying something for your shop from a trainer. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, I need to make sure everything's all updated. I think I have a set of polos that I haven't even listed. There's like at least two things. That's another thing, you guys. I get behind with stuff, and I have stuff hanging around the studio right now that I could just list on my Etsy store, but I have not gotten around to it. You have to take pictures for Etsy, and I suck at pictures, and the lighting is terrible, and I'm not good at it. So that's part of what does it. But anyway, Groundhog, I love your Christmas excitement. And there are some Christmas movies that I really do love. I'm not the one that will sit, though, and watch like all of those Lifetime Christmas movies. Don't they have like 200 of them at this point? 2 things I do for gift giving is biscotti, candy, grapefruit peel strips. That's a great idea. Candy, grapefruit peel. Oh, that sounds good. I want some. Biscotti is good too. I like having a go-to, like a thing that you can do, like real quick. Here you go. I'm whipping this up. This is my thing, and this is what I give. This is why I want to think of like a unicorny type of cookie or treat that's easy to make that we could do. I need a signature Christmas gift. Absolutely favorite candy is salted caramel. That sounds wonderful. I like salted caramel flavor things. I'm not sure if I've ever had actual salted caramel. Do more of these streams and we'll keep you company. Thank you. Candied grapefruit peel recipe. Ooh. Yes. I'll take that recipe. Like post it on my Facebook or something. All right. My number 6 needle is over there. Hang on. I got to find the other number 6 with my old people eyes. Nope. That's an 8. And I can't seem to really feel it. I like knitting with 8s though. That is such a nice gauge in my hand. I like it. Why? And I keep being drawn to it. That's a 5. All I can find are 5s. Don't make me take every needle out of here. 4? Why did I think that was a 6? Found one. Let me see if they're the same height. Sometimes I have, there we go. Because there are some that I have that are shorter, and I'll get out 2 that are the same gauge, and one's like, oh my God. Okay, we're gonna take you off. We didn't like you. See how you grabbed on there? That's because you're too skinny. It's not good. It's not good. All right, now we get to frog this. That's fun though. This is more satisfying to me in knitting than it is in crochet to. Oh my God, it's doing a little. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, let's do this again. Let's start over. When I'm stress knitting, I don't have to worry about starting over. Let's make that knot with my beautiful purple sparkly yarn. I wonder if I should use 7s. Should I have just jumped right on up to 7s? I don't know. We're going to cast on some stitches. I think we've got some good ideas here. If I can find a Christmas ornament to make, I want to find a cookie. We do horse treats. What if we did like all edible things in December? Like treats you can make for your horse, and then cookies you can make for yourself or your barn friends or whatever. I don't know, maybe something else. I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in my own kitchen for the entire month of December. I need to like decorate my kitchen. It's so plain. Maybe that's my goal. When we have our kitchen live streams, I'll have my kitchen decorated somehow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Let's just go with 17. Y'all know I gotta have that odd number of stitches. It's funny because on camera, the yarn looks more blue than it does right in front of me. It's interesting. It's got like more of a purpley purple. I don't know. Favorite movies besides Christmas? Polar Express. Actual Christmas movie, yeah. Well, what do you think? Okay, Groundhog. What about movies that people say are Christmas movies, but are not actually like Christmas themed movies, like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon? Like, are those Christmas movies that you watch and you're like, yeah, that's on my Christmas movie list every year? Or are those like, no, those are not Christmas movies. Thank you. Dehydrated works best for drying strips out of the canning process. Also be left out on the counter. I don't leave things out on the counter overnight because I have 4 cats. Like they probably don't like candied grapefruit, but they would have to investigate to find out first. Rise of the Guardians? I don't think I've seen that. That's that. I know which one you're talking about. But I think every time I see the title Rise of the Guardians, I think Guardians of the Galaxy, and I know that's not the same thing. Trading Places. Oh my God. Yes, I think Trading Places is probably my favorite Christmas movie. Thank you, Gradios. I love it. Trading Places is like that in Christmas. Tabitha, hey, my baby. How are you doing? I'm just doing some stress knitting here. Super late because you forgot. That is okay. It is okay to forget. I forget things all the time. As a matter of fact, Air Chapman, if you are in the chat today, I still have to get with you and get you your shirt that you won like 2 weeks ago on the live stream. I got Brittany's mug ordered from the giveaway, but I have not gotten that out. Y'all, full disclosure, sometimes I'm terrible. Sometimes I'm terrible. I forget to get this up so we can see. And I don't know, like because of COVID, I have not visited with my mom this year. Usually I see my mom a couple times a year. She lives in Tennessee. It's like an 8 or 9 hour drive away from me. So we have not traveled to see each other. And I really would like to find a way to safely visit my mom for Christmas. Or Thanksgiving, just sometime during the holidays, like figure out a safe way to get her here and do a safe visitation because I haven't seen her all year long. I don't know what y'all's plans are, but if you don't have holiday plans, you can always hang out with me every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll be your internet mom, and I'll remind you to brush your teeth and make sure you eat a vegetable every once in a while. Fill your head with good content. Sometimes you need a social media break. I've been kind of on a half social media break this last week, mostly because I've been really busy eating. But I've just been trying to stay away from a lot of social media. I check in with the Extra Equestrians group and I try to make sure things are running smoothly in there, and do what I have to do the live streams and the videos on YouTube. But other than that, I've been kind of laying low. And I need to engage a little bit more when we've got the holidays coming up because I really want all of us to have a good holiday this year. I want everybody to meet their riding goals. I want everybody to enjoy making things for their horses. I want people to be able to spend some creative time for themselves. And talk about our goals for the upcoming year. I know I have goals. I've got to ride more, y'all. I have 2 horses that I barely ride. I have got to ride my horses. And a lot of it, to be fair, a lot of it's been because of my anxiety and repairing, my mental health and getting better. But I can do better. I'm feeling stronger. I'm doing better. I need to get in the saddle more and more and more. I also need to work on, I want to do more training and like maybe teach my horses to do cool things like bow and Spanish walk or whatever, I want to talk about those goals too coming up for your, what are your 2021 goals? We've really grown this Extra Equestrian Unicorn and Centaur community this past 2 years. And this year's growth has been bigger than last year's growth, which tells me next year is going to be like even better if we make it that way. So we need to, that's why I love these chats. So I can hear from you guys. What do you need in the upcoming months? How can we share our goals and help each other achieve them in the next couple of months? This feels much nicer to knit than the smaller gauge did. Sometimes when I'm doing like the anxiety knitting, where if you've never done therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, one of the tactics used in cognitive behavioral therapy is that when you're feeling anxiety or you're feeling mental pain, to have a list of healthy activities that you can do that will distract you from your pain in the moment, that will help you calm down, that will help you ground yourself and refocus, pretty much. And one of the things that I do, one of my chosen tactics, is knitting. And again, it's just the same knit stitch over and over again. This is all I'm doing. I'm just doing garter stitch. I just lay down, I grab a ball of yarn, I lay down some stitches on a needle, and I just start going. And the repetitive nature of it, the, constant knit, 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 knit. It can be it's a counting kind of a thing. It's a repetitive pattern. It's almost like stimming, in that it's a repetitive motion that is self-soothing. So because I'm using it for that, I like the feel of it to be right in my hands. I like to have a decent gauge needle in my fingers. I like to have a yarn that feels nice in my fingers. Like, I don't want to work with a really small needle or a really big needle, or yarn that's rough or scratchy. Like today, I've chosen this pretty sparkly purple, just because it's sparkly and purple. I don't know why I wanted sparkly purple yarn. It's a mystery. People are thinking about it and don't know why. All right, y'all. Christmas Story. Best seen without commercials. Oh, I do love Christmas Story. I was in the play version of A Christmas Story. God, almost, was it 10 years ago? A community theater production where I played the teacher, It was a lot of fun. Back in the saddle again. Christmas Story is fun. Grinios, I think maybe you and I missed the curve. I know you're a little bit older than me. I think we missed the curve for Christmas Story because that one came out when we were a little bit older. So you may have been like, Christmas movie, whatever. Challenged me to make a cake from the cookbook, The Cake Bible. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to have to look up The Cake Bible. I love cake so much. It's like just so wonderful. My mare is retired, so my goal is to spoil her rotten. Reason asking for horse treats. My mare is 31, deserves to be really spoiled. Oh my God. Trish, thank you for this idea. Hang on. How to spoil your senior horse. I want to talk to Kelly and Lana of Blue Raven Farms because they have retired senior horses that they care for at their facility on their farm. That is a fantastic video idea. My horses are not senior horses, so I have not thought of this. But thank you for that. That's a great idea to do, like things you can do to spoil your senior horse. If you can't ride them and exercise them anymore, what are ways you like stretching exercises that you can do with them, with your vet's permission, of course. Special treats that you can make for horses, soft ones for horses that may be toothless, or other kinds of treats as well, but different kinds of textures for horses that are older, like training exercises or like clicker training kind of things that you can do to keep their minds engaged. I want to research that now and get on that. I don't know if that'll be for January or what, but that's exciting. Wish she had three treats she will eat and spit the rest out. Oh. Do you think with your mare, Trish, that it is texture or taste or smell that might turn her off, like after a few bites? Like, I don't know if the texture is too difficult for her to chew. Maybe the flavor gets her at first, but after a couple treats, it's not worth trying to chew it. I wonder if we can come up with soft treats for old horses, like a gel or like an applesauce-y. I mean, hell, just applesauce. Can you just let them lick applesauce? But we need a fun way to do that. I'm on it. Hang on. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I thought you said you hadn't seen Christmas Story, Granias. Cake Bubbles, a great cookbook. Traditional European genoise. Did I say that right? Genoise with buttercream frosting. Tazy. She has all her teeth. Aw. At 31 and still got all her teeth, bless her. I'm in love with her already. I don't care what anyone says. But okay, yeah, we definitely need ways to spoil a senior horse, or ways to be extra with a senior horse. Or I don't know. I mean, my horses, God willing, my horses will be senior horses someday. So I mean, it is something I need to think about. Hey. All right. We are sort of wrapping up our creative live stream today. And I have not gotten very much done on my little stress scarf here. I mean, that's because I had to switch needles halfway through the game. But this is why I'm so slow at knitting and crocheting, is because a lot of times I'll like be unsatisfied with what's happening. And so I'll rip it all out and start over, or I'll make a mistake because I'm not paying attention. Like I'm on YouTube or something. I'll make a mistake and then I'll have to rip it all out and start all over. I don't know. And I don't know if anybody else does both knitting and crochet, but I find it easier to rip out work in crochet than in knitting. Like with knitting, if I rip out a little bit, I have to rip out all of it. With crochet, it seems to be easier to do like a couple of stitches and then catch up back with what I was doing. It holds a little bit better. But I don't know, like the moment a needle falls off when I'm knitting, though, I drop stitches and there's no way I can pick them back up again. I'm not good at that. So anytime I make the least little mistake, I'm like, oh. I start all over again. And yes, I have worked days on a project and then made a mistake that I try. Oh, believe me, I try to fix it. I try to find a way to fix it, and then I'll just make it worse because that's how my life goes. What about an annoyingly squeaky toy? That might be fun. It can't be too annoying though. I mean, have y'all seen that video of the horse shaking the rubber chicken, the rubber squeaky chicken? It's you can probably find it if you just Google horse rubber chicken on YouTube. But it's just a horse who has a squeaky rubber chicken, and he's back and forth, and it's going. I do macrame. My last belt took 3 weeks to knot together. Oh my gosh. My mom went through a macrame phase in the 70s. I remember her, like, we had all these hanging plant holders, like literally, like we had like Boston and asparagus ferns. I remember that, and we named them all. I remember our family's weird, or at least I'm weird. I insisted on naming all of the ferns, but we had these Boston ferns and these asparagus ferns that we had hanging in pots all over our house. That we lived in when we lived in Warner Robins, Georgia. And I remember my mom making that. Y'all, how crazy. It's so weird to think about. Like, my mom didn't Google that, like how to do that. Like, she must have gotten a book out of the library or something. I was trying to think, like, how did she go to like some kind of Tupperware party where they teach you how to macrame? I don't even know how she did that. But that's back when you had to go look up stuff in the card catalog in the library. Like, I know she didn't watch a YouTube tutorial. Like, if I want to macrame a plant holder, I can just, like, when we're done with the live stream here, I'll just go look that up. Macrame plant holder, DIY, easy, or whatever. And then I'll be able to do it. But I don't know. Some of y'all may be old enough to remember doing stuff before the internet. It was a little more complicated than it is now. And I've gotten to where I take it for granted. Like, I take Google and my smartphone for granted. And I forget that I grew up in the Dewey Decimal System. Technology has made me lazy. All right, y'all. I've gotten some wonderful ideas from you guys today, from all of y'all who have contributed to let me know. We may make, last year I made we did a video, Liam and I did a video for Christmas last year where we made a gingerbread house with unicorns. We made marshmallow unicorns, and we made a gingerbread barn for our marshmallow unicorns, and it turned out to be an absolute disaster. But I don't know if we want to try to do something like that, maybe on a live stream, to be more of a Cake Rex kind of a thing, to put together a unicorn barn. I'll have to come up with some sort of fun unicorn culinary disaster that we can have. Like, so if it turns out great, yeah, I'm the king of the internet or the queen of the internet. But if it's awful, then maybe it's hilarious and I can still eat it. Thank you. I can still eat it. Thank you. That has a better feel than the number 5s. Oh, it's so pretty. I really want that shade. I would look cute with that shade of hair. I'm just saying. All right. I think I'm going to knit one more row. Check in with the chat. And then this, I can just sit here and do this. I saw somebody had posted a knitting video tutorial that I thought was hysterical. I don't even know if I can show you guys. Um, I think we talked about this on a live stream before, but can we see? So there's a loop right here. We're going to stab it in the neck. Then we strangle it. Then we scoop out its guts. Then we shove it off the cliff. I was like, what? Stab it in the neck, strangle it, scoop out its guts, shove it off the cliff. And I was like, oh my God. I think it was some like goth knitting tutorial or Halloween knitting tutorial or something like that. I saw one of my insane friends post online. But now sometimes when I'm doing that, I think stab it in the neck, strangle it, scoop out its guts, shove it off the cliff. Okay. Have we mentioned I'm weird? Get Jungle to make you some cookie cutters for you. That's a great idea. I wonder if he can. I wonder if he can make cookie. That's, I don't know, horseshoe cookie cutters. I don't know. 70s was when it was popular. It is a good skill to have. I think my mom might have been in one of the groups, Grinios. I think that's vaguely what I remember. She was in some macrame group. You have a date. I hope you have a wonderful date. I've tried crocheting and knitting, but I get so confused. I can never find a relaxing hobby that I can do and make something out of that's useful. I know that feeling. I do know that feeling. It took me a while to get comfortable with crocheting and knitting. And it definitely is a thing, like you can definitely become discouraged at some point if you don't make it past that learning curve in the right amount of time. It can be just absolutely frustrating. And I can honestly see why people just drop it and are like, nope, I'm not doing that ever again. Which is why when I do it for stress and anxiety, this is all I can do. I can't do anything fancy. I can't do anything special. I just knit the same row, the same few stitches over and over and over again, back and forth over and over and over again. So there's nothing to really mess up and it's not that big a deal. But yeah, it's hard to find a craft that feels like easy and enjoyable because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes like art and crafting and making things can be difficult. And if you struggle with any kind of mental or physical disability or illness, it can be even more difficult to overcome those things. And like, because it takes spoons to create stuff, and not all of us have that. Yeah, it's like it gives you energy back when you create something, but sometimes it takes more than it gives. And you have to, only you can do the math and know, like, is sitting down for an hour and drawing pictures of horses going to soothe me? Or is it going to make me frustrated because I can't make the picture look on the paper like it does in my brain? You know, is crocheting going to help me zone out? Or is it going to make me want to tear my hair out? And yeah, I think it just depends on, who you are. And I think it depends on your personal preferences. But Jungle Zadel, I can try. Look at him. He's on it. He's already like challenge accepted. Making mousses like that. If you screw up, all you get is inedible curdled eggs and whatever sweet flavoring. Oh, that sounds terrible. That's like the only drawback to making your own food. Like if you make a mistake, then you have to eat it or go hungry. Like, anyway, that's my problem with cooking. Which is why horse treats are nice, because even if you mess it up, your horse will still eat it. All right, y'all. Look, it's like 4:58. Thank you so much, everybody who showed up in the chat today. Thank you to all my lovely channel members. If you want to be one, you can click the join button down below. Like I said, I still have stickers and you get extra perks. Thank you to everybody who showed up and gave ideas. Oh my gosh, you guys are so wonderful. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for being here in the chat. I just absolutely love our time together, and everybody's so busy nowadays. So I just want to thank all of you for taking the time to sit here with me for however long of the time you did today and just hang out and give me a little bit of your time. I do appreciate that. See you next. Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel. Into building, doing something you like, building something useful. Yeah. Welding, peaceful and relaxing. I've done welding before, and I can see how that would be something you could kind of zone out into. Might be kind of dangerous to zone out into it. Please be careful. But yeah. All right, you guys, I will see you next week. Let's do another live stream next week and let's make something. Let's have fun. I will let everybody know. Look in the community tab on the YouTube channel ahead of time for information on what the live stream is going to be about. Or you can check my Instagram or join the Facebook group, Extra Equestrians, for info on that. But otherwise, I will see y'all next week. Bye.